Yes. So that's what it is. We must respect our country, we must respect our freedom. It's a type of source. This freedom is our source. If we don't use it properly, resources, if we don't use our resource properly, it's going to get spoiled. We are the people, it's our country, we have to take care of it. Why do people come to our country, to tour our country, to watch our country, to see our country? We have such a huge heritage. We have done heritages right now. Why do people come? Why does George Bush come? Why does, his name, Mr. Trump come and take pictures at Taj Mahal? Why? But Taj Mahal can be made in America. They've got so much of money. They can make a replica, a duplicate. But why do they come to India for it and take pictures sitting on that chair? That is India, you must come to know. Everyone has given a contribution. What is your contribution to your country? Is study well, do something for your country. Even if you feed a dog of your country, that is also doing something. That dog is in your country, it's not come from anywhere else. Charity starts at home. Charity starts from within. We will not let anybody rule us. What happens if I go to your class and put down rules? Okay, tomorrow no school rules, it will be my rule. You have to follow my rule. What will happen? You will go like this. What is this guy saying? Pradhan sir has gone mad or what? We will not follow him. We are going to revolt against him. You will go and tell Chauhan sir, Ronan sir is saying this. You will go and tell your class teacher, Ronan sir is saying this. We will not follow this and all that. Either they will say, okay, he's your teacher during his subject. You have to listen to him. But I keep on pressuring you, keep on exploiting you, always doing this, doing that, putting you into trouble. You will revolt. You will try to get freedom from me. You will try to remove me, right? So that is actually what happened. I am giving an example with myself. If you hate me, please do try to remove me. I don't mind. But yes, it is the way it is done. That is what happened. Like, who was in charge? The British came from a small island, and from 1848 to 1947 they were in charge of us. And when we reacted to it, after we came out from it, the whole effect of Great Britain was affecting. Everyone in the world was coming to know that British is gone. Starting out in 1858, the British had number of colonies in all parts of the world that they controlled prior to taking over all of India. Okay, many of these colonies, including India, did not have the power to fight back against the British. India was divided, making it possible for Britain to take over the whole region. Right? We were not, Hindus were not liking the Muslims, Muslims were not liking here. The Sirajud-Dawla was the Nawab of Bengal, and his associate, his friend only, or his associate, his manager, Mir Jafar, duped him. He went on the side of the British. So British took this chance. That chance, he got the chance, he started to dance. And that's how he overtook. He saw they are not inside with themselves. Bahadur Shah Zafar, what happened? He was just told, I am going to make you the Sultan, the Badshah of India. Oh, he was very happy. British has said he's going to make me the Badshah of India. Oh, you guys, now you listen to me. This is the British rule. What happened? As they got all his area, they took him and sent him off to Burma, put him into Myanmar, killed both his sons. Result, zero. Right? That is what happened. Bahadur Shah Zafar thought, oh my God. Oh, today I have become the Badshah. They are going to make me the Sultan, the Badshah of Delhi, India. That means I'll be controlling. Oh, the British are very good. Hey, you guys all listen to me from today. Whatever rule the British will say, I'm going to follow that. You have to follow me. And as and when they got the full power of the people, what they did, they put people against him and picked him up and threw him in Burma, Myanmar, which is called Rangoon. He was sent off to Rangoon. Then Burma, now it's Myanmar. You'll see on the map next to Bangladesh. And his two sons were killed. Finished. Come on, game finished. What happened? He betrayed India to the British. British took over. And British, you know what? They divided into parts. If I divide your class into, suppose you are 20 to 25 guys, and I divide you into 5 groups, 5 sections, far away. Inside the school or on the assembly ground, I divide you into 5 parts, and you are not able to talk with this group and that group and that group. I'll give you one instruction, I'll give one instruction there, I'll give one instruction to other groups. So 5 groups ready. You will work according to the rules which you have got. Now you can't ask that side. You cannot talk because there's a distance. So it's easier for me to control 5 people instead of controlling 25 people. So I divide you. Can you fight back with me? No, you can't fight back with me. That's why it was said after the partition, when they said they all joined hands together, all the freedom fighters joined hand to hand together and said that from today we are going to fight our war, we are going to fight our freedom struggle like brothers and sisters. We are all brothers and sisters. All Indians are going to fight like brothers and sisters. We cannot fight as boyfriend and girlfriend. We cannot fight as husband and wife. We cannot fight as mother and father or father, brother. It's only brother and sister. Brother and sister bonding is a very huge thing. That's why you are tied a Rakhi by your sister. It's a huge bonding. So a brother-sister relation is very strong. It is never broken. So that's why they took the oath. It's not that all my Indians are brothers and sisters. They had taken the oath saying that we are all brothers and sisters in this struggle. We will fight like brothers and sisters. We'll fight for each other. We'll take care of each other no matter wherever we are, even if we are divided. Got my point today? That's why you take the pledge in school. All Indians are brothers and sisters. That's why you have to fight for your country. Your country is like brothers and sisters. We are all bhais. Isn't it? Don't we say that? Okay. So let's come to that part. I hope I was able to explain it to you. You got my type of explanation, what I wanted to tell you. Okay. And what happened is the Great Britain was very wealthy. India is remembered as the most important British colony. I was there. Again, Indian leaders began a war for independence. Okay. The British had a much more powerful army and quickly took over the entire country. Now, India is remembered as the most important British colony because of its size and riches. The British Raj made Great Britain very wealthy during its rule of India. Some of the money came from growing huge amounts of tea. At the same time, the tea became very popular, while some money came from growing cotton needed to make clothing in British factories. However, India did not become wealthy. In fact, the same time Queen Victoria celebrated being named the Empress of India, millions of Indians died of starvation because there were ways not enough food. Just a few British leaders ruled over the entire country with about one British citizen for every 1500 living here. One man was controlling 1500 people. Here in pandemic, we are going so sad. We are dying, we are not able to go out of the house as if we are not eaten and all. Imagine those people during that time. There was no pandemic at that time, but yes, during the pandemic, there was a Spanish flu also. During the British Raj, during Gandhi's time. On the Ganga, on Varanasi, the Ganga Ghats, which you say Ghats in Hindi, it's the short type of the river. It was burning ghats. There was no wood to burn people during the Spanish flu. So many people died during that pandemic. It came into India. It was during the British time, in the 1820s. Yes, 1820s if I am not mistaken. I may be wrong. Please forgive me. I may be wrong. It was in the 1820s, I guess, within that time. It's a long time. I have also become, I don't also remember, but yes, my intuition tells me that it's around about 1820 or 1821, something like that. During the British it was there. Gandhiji was also there during that time, and Spanish flu had hit India. People died so much, there was no burning wood to burn people. So many dead bodies were there. This pandemic is nothing. The country has saved us a lot. Because of this lockdown we are saved, because of this social distancing we are saved, because of sanitizer we are saved, we are washing our hands, we are staying at home, we are saved. Would it be nice to get affected by something? So Indians, imagine those Indians during that time, they used to not get food and India was so rich. Imagine India, such a huge country. Okay, I'm coming back in the next video.